Welcome to MoPac Moment. I'm Neil Speltz, and I'm here with Mike Hodigenstein, who is the Executive Director of the Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority. And by the way, the Mobility Authority, many may not know, is a local agency designed to serve the mobility needs of Travis and Williamson counties. So how did this MoPac project get started, and why anyway, Mike?
Well, we knew that the need was going to exist for the corridor, and with all of our major north-south facilities quickly becoming at full and at capacity, we have to look at how to make each and individual corridor smarter and be able to provide more reliable travel times. So one of the corridors we of course have been looking at for probably 10 years has been what to do to the MoPac corridor. And so we've gone through some study work and some iterations on what would work best in that corridor. And what we came out with was the express lanes in each direction. We know that if we just added another lane, that it would have been full within a 6-month period in terms of just the capacity.
Well, Mike, why not add more than one lane in each direction?
Well, that's a good question, Neil. And for those that may not realize it, the corridor and the right-of-way that is there is all we have to work with. We were not going to be able to expand the right-of-way footprint out past the guardrails on either extreme, like Camp Mabry, or the houses on the east side, and the railroad restricts us in the middle. So we had a very tough shoehorn to do here in terms of getting this project within that corridor.
Underpasses. That's an intriguing concept that most people can't see because they're below ground. Tell us about that.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's part of the project that you can't get your arms around very easily. All you see when you go through the area where those underpasses are, what you see, of course, is just a lot of equipment and workers and materials that are stored at ground level. What you don't see is deep down in that hole that there is a major underpass in both directions. That undercrossing is going to allow vehicles to access downtown without going on a direct link, without going above 30 foot above grade. So it's going to protect the neighborhoods a little bit more.
I understand that some projects have occurred that were not necessarily in the original plan for the expansion of the express lanes.
Well, some of them were. There were some that were, and some that cropped up. One of the things we're doing is we've taken down all the lighting, and it had to be taken down for the work we're doing with the barriers and so forth. But that lighting will be much improved over the old lighting. The underpass is something that wasn't contemplated. There is going to be less noise from that. So there's going to be less, that'll be less obtrusive than the direct connects would have been. And the aesthetics and the treatments that we're going to see under the bridges are going to be much improved. We're essentially painting the entire corridor, so it's going to look a lot better. I mean, you can see now the sound walls, I think, are very attractive for a sound wall. I mean, I've seen a lot around the country that don't measure up anywhere near what we're putting in. But that's a very important part of the community, and to make sure that it's as aesthetic as possible.
Well, a lot has been done, and we're nearing opening of MoPac, so we'll keep an eye on that. In fact, we'll talk about that in future issues of the MoPac Moment. But for right now, that's all we have time for this evening. So we'll see you again on the MoPac Moment right here.